right? So chemical equilibrium में what all we should know, right? Chemical equilibrium. Anybody who has missed completely also will understand. Don't worry. So अगर आपने कुछ भी नहीं पढ़ा तो भी पूरा समझ में आएगा, पढ़ा है तो भी आपके काम की चीज है. In all ways it is useful. So chemical equilibrium में what all we should know, right? Chemical equilibrium. Anybody who has missed completely also will understand. Don't worry. So अगर आपने कुछ भी नहीं पढ़ा तो भी पूरा समझ में आएगा, पढ़ा है तो भी आपके काम की चीज है. In all ways it is useful. Arav, Akshay, Sanjana, and Chinmay, Shyam, please turn on cameras quickly. Astha is already. Arav is there. Yes.
Sir, I'm not at home, so can I keep my camera off?
Okay. Shyam. Shyam तो अभी था थोड़ी पहले. चलो chemical equilibrium के पहले समझते हैं what is the meaning of it. So there are two type of reaction. One is irreversible, other is reversible. This is called irreversible, and this is called reversible. All of you know this. So I'll make the notes very concise and short. I'll not go in detail, but I'll cover all the points. I'll not miss any point. Is it clear? So that in minimum time you get the complete review and understanding of the topic in the deepest level possible. That is the idea. ठीक है? वो सारे concepts cover हो जाए given time frame में. Irreversible, reversible. This reaction cannot show any equilibrium. This reaction shows. So what is equilibrium? Reactant goes into product, and product comes back into reactant. इसका मतलब आप ऐसे समझ लो कि if this is written, this is written. Okay. So if somebody gives you reactant, gives product, and this is both ways, that means reactant can become product can become reactant. Both ways reaction can happen. Is that fine? Now, having said that, how will you ensure that the reaction is following this route or this process? So you have to ensure that reactant or product, if it consists of gases, then the vessel must be closed. The reason is if vessel is open, gas bahar nikal jayega, then you can't do the reaction. It is no more reversible. Is it clear? So let's say you're doing a reaction calcium carbonate heating in an open vessel, CO2 is produced and goes out, then we can't do anything, right? Is it clear? Astha, Arav, everybody. So the important thing is that we must ensure that vessel is closed if gases are involved. That's one major important point. Now, next thing is, what is meaning of equilibrium? So equilibrium में होता क्या है sir? So लिख लीजिए. At chemical equilibrium, few things happen. Number one, rate of forward direction of reaction becomes rate of backward direction of reaction. And those who are not very comfortable with the term rate, they can understand rate as speed of reaction. अब layman language में speed समझ लो. So forward direction speed and backward direction speed will start matching. Okay, that can be a layman understanding. Rate of forward and rate of backward become equal. Next point, concentration of reactants and product becomes stable. When I use word stable, that means now they're not changing much. The concentrations are stable. Okay, they become kind of fixed. These are two things which can define chemical equilibrium. What is chemical equilibrium? These are two things which can define chemical equilibrium. So at chemical equilibrium, the forward and backward reaction will match and the concentration of reactant and product will be stable. When you say stable, I'm not saying become exactly equal. So please understand this part. If you write any reaction, R gives P, reactant gives product. At constant temperature, P, we define a term, Kc, and Kc is concentration of product upon concentration of reactant. And we define Kp, which is pressure of product, pressure of reactant, if it is gas, of course. Okay. So what is this word? This is concentration. And what is this word? This is partial pressure. All right, everyone. इसमें कोई problem किसी को? Had it been an equation like this, 2a plus b give 3c. So what will be Kc? Kc will be c power 3 divided by a power 2 into b power 1. What will be Kp if it is gas? Can all of you write Kp? What will be Kp? Adil?
Easy.
PC power 3 divided by
PC power 2.
PA power 2 into PB power 1. Product upon reactant. Always remember it is product upon reactant. Always. ठीक है? Product upon reactant के form में reaction लिखनी होंगी आपको. It's always product upon reactant. Is that clear? So what we are writing on top, everywhere, product. What we are writing at bottom, it is reactant. What are these numbers? So these numbers are picked up from here. Is it simple? Anyone having any doubts up to this part? Okay. KC, KP you can write, you can always do such things. Any difficulty in this part? Any issues? GI, is it clear? Akshay, Shyam, Chinmay, Aravastha, Spriha, Iha, everyone, is it clear? Okay. Now, hear me out there. We define another term called QC. QC is called reaction quotient. Reaction quotient. And QC is like KC, but at any time t equals t. What was KC? KC is defined at equilibrium. When you solve KC, you define at equilibrium. But how do you calculate QC? QC can be solved at any time t equals t. That is a major difference between QC and KC. How do you calculate QC? Same as you calculated KC. जैसे अगर आप बोलते हो कि सर यहाँ पे QC कैसे निकालेंगे इसी इक्वेशन का, तो मैं बोलूंगा बेटा जो आपने यहाँ पे लिखा वही करो, सेम ही फॉर्मूला होगा, but now the values are at any temperature, any time t equals t. If somebody says find out QP, so QP का भी formula is same, but the values can be any t equals t. Anyone having problem in this discussion so far? So reaction quotient is like a parameter which can help you out identifying that the reaction is exactly where. Okay. So remember, if you say reaction exactly where, what is our understanding? What is our requirement? We want to understand, is reaction moving in forward side? Is reaction going in backward side? Is reaction already at equilibrium? You're just trying to check that. And with the help of QP and QC, you can always check that. So these are like indicators. Okay. I'll give one practical example from physics. Let's say this is a spring and block attachment. And this is mean free length L0 for mass M attached with a wall. So this is a normal length of spring. If you pull this block away from it, what will happen to this block? Spring will be stretched. You must have done with it, right? So where will the force come? The force will take you where? This is the mean position, right? This is the normal length position. So the force will take you where? Back. If you compress it, the force will take you again back. Exactly same as the role of QC and KC. So the mean position is KC. If QC is less than KC, you will move forward. If QC is more than KC, that means आप आगे आ गए, थोड़ा पीछे चले जाओ. If QP is less than KP, that means you'll move forward. If QP is more than KP, then you are more towards forward. You have to come back. What is the final objective? Final objective is to reach KC, to reach KP in some time. To reach KC and to reach KP in some time. Is it clear? That is the final objective. Fine. So this discussion of physics and chemistry you can understand together. Who will tell you whether you are left-hand side or right-hand side? QC will tell. How will you solve QC? Same formula. Can we solve QC at time t equals 0? Yes, you can. Can you solve QC at time t equals equilibrium? Yes, you can. Can you solve QC at any time t equals t? Yes, you can. Is it clear? So QC can be solved at any point of time. For example, अब मैं आपको एक छोटा सा यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ. H2 plus I2 gives 2HI. Now with one question, we'll try to learn many things. At time t equals 0, we have been given 2 moles of this and 2 moles of this. Please note down. 2 moles of this and 2 moles of this. Kc is given as 4. Volume is given as 1 liter. Find out moles at equilibrium. कैसे करोगे? So at starting time t equals 0, you have been given moles 2 and 2. वॉल्यूम आपको गिवन है 1 लीटर, तो आप कोई भी रिएक्शन सॉल्व करने के लिए क्या करते हो? स्टार्टिंग में रिएक्टेंट्स हैं, आप बोलोगे भाई रिएक्शन प्रोग्रेस करेगी, तो मान लेता हूं मैं x गया, this is 1, this is also 1, so can I say here also I have to write x? Is that clear? So what I have to write here? This is 2. I have to write 2x here. समझ में आया? Now what is volume here? 1 liter. Moles divided by volume. Moles divided by volume will give me, Adya, what is this going to be? Concentration or molarity. Good. So what is Kc? Kc for this reaction is defined as Hi power 2, H2 power 1, I2 power 1, which is 2x power 2, 2 minus x power 1 and 2. Upon 1 में तो कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, that is same. And this is given as 4. So if you solve, this becomes 2x divided by 2 minus x whole square. So what is 2x upon 2 minus x? Plus minus 2. Whenever you take root, be careful. Always use both the signs. But minus sign will not make much sense here. We'll see that later. But in mathematics, you should have this practice. Never take only plus sign. That can be a mistake sometimes. 4 minus 2x is 2x. So this gives x equals, or 4x is equal to 4, or x is equal to 1. Minus 2 loge. So this is 2x minus 4 is 2x. So ये मेरे को कुछ भी नहीं दे पा रहा है, nothing. Okay, this is not giving me anything. So can I say this value anyway is useless. Fine. So x is 1. As soon as we get x is 1, what will be the number of moles here? इसके moles हो जाएंगे 2, इसके moles हो जाएंगे 1, इसके moles हो जाएंगे 1. Mathematically also find 2 square upon 1 into 1 is 4. It's all matching. Is this question clear so far? Or if you understand this kind of question, Kc was given. E has it clear. Kc was given. We're solving how many number of moles are there. Now, from this question, we will learn a lot of things. So I'll take this question as a simple data. Remember, Kc is 4 if T is not changed. As soon as you change T, Kc can change. But if you not change T, Kc will not change. Kc will remain same. It is fixed, frozen. J, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now coming to the next discussion, if this point is clear. Now, at this case, at this particular position, you have tried something else. So you said you are introducing 1 mole of hydrogen. Now, when at time t equals t equal, equilibrium आ गया, अब आप यहाँ पे introduce करो 1 mole of H2. So what all changes do you observe? H2 plus I2 is 2Hi. Can I say equilibrium is no more valid because this was 1, 1 and 2. Now you have disturbed it. And I'm calling it some t equals t prime as a new time when equilibrium is disturbed. So at this time, what is happening? You have added at equilibrium what? You have added 1 mole of H2. You have to 1 mole add kar diya. Okay. As soon as you have added 1 mole of H2, you have disturbed the whole equilibrium. The whole balance of reaction is gone. The whole equilibrium is gone. Now the question is, gone to which side? Forward or backward? Where will it go? So always remember, since you are increasing reactant at equilibrium, reaction will try to, I repeat, reaction will try to consume the reactant while moving in forward direction. So in simple words, जो आप करोगे उसका उल्टा, action का reaction. So what's your action? You are increasing reactant. What's the reaction? It will oppose. It will try to reduce the H2. That is a common sense part, which you have done Newton's law in physics also, right? You pushed something, then you get opposite reaction, right? Same as in chemistry, right? Same logic. You increase H2, reaction will try to negate the change, nullify the change, overcome the change, whatever word you want to use, right? So if reaction is trying to nullify H2, can I say reaction will move in forward direction? If reaction will move in forward direction, let's say it is going to set up a new equilibrium at some time t prime equilibrium. ये नया इक्विलिब्रियम. Okay. So at that moment, what can you write mathematically? 1 plus 1 minus x. फिर से आप अब ये x की जगह पे अब अच्छा होगा आप कुछ और यूज करो वेरिएबल, बिकॉज x आप ऊपर यूज कर चुके हो, दैट कैन बी कंफ्यूजन. आई एम यूजिंग y दिस टाइम. ओके, ये स्मॉल स्मॉल हाइजीन इशू है जो ध्यान में रखो. डोंट यूज सेम वेरिएबल ऊपर और नीचे, इट विल बी अ प्रॉब्लम. सो कैन से सम y. What you can write here is another y, and here you can write Sham. What should I write here? 2 plus
Sir, you'll have to write 2 plus y.
2 plus y. Sham is telling 2 plus y. Raise your hand if you are okay with this, everybody. Anyone having any other opinion? Chenmay?
Sir, I also think it's 2 plus 1.
Anyone who is having different opinion?
2 plus 2y.
Answer is 2 plus 2y. इसका एक जाएगा, इसका एक जाएगा, तो इसका दो बनेगा भाई. ये तो सीख लो भाई, मोल कॉन्सेप्ट का बेसिक पार्ट है, डे 1 से हम लोग कर रहे हैं, राइट? H2 is consumed 1 unit, I2 is consumed 1 unit, HI will form how many units? 2 units. So if H2 is consumed y unit, I2 is consumed y unit, how much of this will form? Y or 2y? 2y. This is a common problem. That's why I emphasize this part. Is it clear? Arav, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So 2 plus 2y. All of you understand why 2 plus 2y? Look at the previous one. इधर also आपने 2x लिखा था x की जगह. ठीक है, इधर भी क्या होगा? फिर से 2y ही होगा. Now these are the new numbers. Are we changing volume so far? No change in volume. Since we are not changing volume, let's say somebody is not very sure. You are not understanding why the ratio is moving forward and you want to check whether this is right or wrong. So what option do you have? Which parameter will help you out? QC. तो चलिए QC निकाल के देखते हैं. QC कितना है? इस टाइम पे QC निकालो, वो आपको बता देगा कहाँ जाना है. 2 square divided by 2 into 1 is 4 by 2. That is 2. And QC is less than KC because KC is 4 and 2 is less than 4. So where are you heading? You are heading forward. Look at this. When QC is less than KC, we are heading forward. Again. So there are two options. One, you are smart enough to understand this moves forward. Very good. You can write. Even then you can just show that QC से मैंने निकाला. Other option, you're not understanding at all कि किधर जा रही reaction. कोई बात नहीं. Use maths. You say QC is less than KC, forward. QC is more than KC, backward. And QC is less than KC or more than KC, how will you decide? Formula पे रख दो value. Are you understanding? Sham, is it clear now? Sanjana, is it clear? So this is the new number. Sanjana, are you there with us?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what will be the value of Kc? Kc is 4. And the 4 is, again we say Hi whole square divided by H21, I21. At new equilibrium, I am again redefining Kc with the same value of Kc because temperature has not been changed. So what will be the number here? 2 plus 2y whole square divided by 2 minus y into 1 minus y. कर लोगे? अब इसको ओपन कर लेते हैं. थोड़ी सी मैथ्स के लिए आपको यहाँ पे अपनी हेल्प करनी पड़ेगी, राइट? सो 2 स्क्वायर प्लस 4y स्क्वायर प्लस 2 into 4 प्लस 8y हो जाएगा डिवाइडेड बाय 2 प्लस y स्क्वायर माइनस 3y इज 4. सो सॉल्व करके देखते हैं क्या आता है. क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई 4y स्क्वायर माइनस 12y प्लस 8 is 4y square plus 8y plus 4. This gets cancelled. 12 and 8y, 12y को उधर लेके जाओ. This is 4. So, कितने आ रहा है? 20y is 4, y is coming 1 by 5. सभी क्या आ रहा है या मेरा ही आ रहा है? How much is y coming up? 1 by 2. एक बार चेक कर लो. 4y square 8 minus 12. 4 for cancel. 20y is 4. What's the answer for y? Anyone? इतना ही आ रहा है या कुछ और आ रहा है?
7, I'm getting 1 by
हाँ
7, I'm getting the same answer.
1/5.
1 by 5.
How many getting 1/5? Why? Okay. Anyone getting some other answer? Okay. तो 1/5 से मान लेते 1/5 है, ठीक है? 1/5 ही आ रहा है तो 1/5 ही होगा. Why you getting some other answer? Should what is this? -5 -4 2 times. One is -2i. So 1/5 अगर रखते हो वैल्यू तो कितनी आएगी वैल्यू आपकी? अब देखो नई इक्विलिब्रियम में फिर से वैल्यू चेक कर लो. ये हो गया 2 minus 1/5 that is 10 minus 1/5 that is 9/5. आंसर चेक भी करने को मिल जाएगा आपको. अगर आंसर गलत होगा तो केसी मैच ही नहीं करेगा. 1 minus 1/5 is 4/5 and 2 plus 2 times 1/5 is 10 plus 2 12/5. So check 12/5 whole square divided by 9/5 into 4/5. 5 सब कैंसिल हो गए. This is 12 into 12 divided by 9 into 4 comes 4. मतलब ठीक है. What we have done is right. So this is the way you can solve the new equilibrium setup. कितने लोगों को समझ में आ गया पूरा process? I did understand this. Raise your hand if it's clear. Anyone who has not understood? Shyam, is it clear? Chinmay,
Yes, sir.
any problem in this part? Now, this is first variety of question you will come across. Okay. The second variety of question can be come back to the same place here only. This was, let's say, case number A. I'm trying to do in short, covering all the concepts. Okay, just to remind you. So now case number 2 is, let's say we are having equilibrium. And which equilibrium? I'm talking about this equilibrium where we had H2 plus I2 gives 2HI. K, C value is 4 units, volume is 1 liter. This is 2, this is 1, this is 1, and this was equilibrium. Purana wala equilibrium. Basically, I'm talking about this situation. Either. Okay. Now you are disturbing this in a different way this time. Last time what you did? You put H2. If I ask the same question, now you put I2, and that I2 is, let's say you are introducing I2 1 more. What kind of changes will happen in the question? Can I say no changes? Because H2, I2 are having same numbers, 1, 1. H2, I2 are having same coefficient, 1, 1. So if somebody asks, if you're introducing 1 mole of iodine at equilibrium, how will you solve? I'll say, this is my answer. Sab kuch wahi hoga. The only thing is, if it is I2 1 mole, I'll just write here I2 and write here H2. Samajh mein aa raha hai? Don't you think it is exactly same? There is, everything is same and same answer will be, right? We'll be getting same answer mathematically also. Case number 3. Case number 3. Third case is, if I ask a question, we are removing HI at equilibrium. अब क्या होगा बता? आप इक्विलिब्रियम पे HI को रिमूव कर रहे हो तो आपको लिखना पड़ेगा फिर से. We'll just write this expression. So we'll say equilibrium is no more. I have removed, let's say, X unit. If I have removed X unit, can you guess what will happen to the reaction? You have removed HI. So reaction will move again backward or forward?
Forward.
जो आप करोगे उसका उल्टा रिएक्शन करेगी. आपने HI को कम किया, रिएक्शन HI को बढ़ाएगी. How will it बढ़ाएगी? By moving forward. So the new equilibrium will be set up, let's say double prime. In this process, 1 minus y, okay, 1 minus y, 2 minus x plus y. Let's say you have removed 1 mole at equilibrium. आपने ना 1 mole remove किया था, removing 1 mole of HI. at equilibrium. Then the question is, what is the new setup? So you remove 1 mole means x is 1. Okay. So what is the new setup? New setup is looking like this. Volume is 1 liter. We should not bother about 1 because 1 anyway will be there. But remember, there are questions where volume will create problem for you. So don't have habit of missing out volume. Always write volume, always write concentration. Is that clear?
So won't it be 2 by in HR?
2 by?
2 minus x plus 2y.
Very good. This should be 2y. बिल्कुल सही बोला इसने. ठीक है? Any difficulty in this part? Now, this x is how much? This x is 1. So I'm just putting the value of this one and rewriting the whole expression. It is 1 minus y, and this is 2 minus 1 because x is given as 1. So you can say 1 plus 2y. ये आपके numbers आ गए sir. Mathematical equation 1 plus 2y whole square divided by 1 minus y equals 4. Remember, Kc never changes. One thing which can change Kc is temperature. Nothing else can change Kc. Okay? One thing that can change Kc is temperature. Concentration cannot change Kc. Volume cannot change Kc. Moles, if you increase, that will not change Kc. Kc is equilibrium constant that will remain same unless until you change the temperature. How much is number coming up? It is 1 plus 2y upon 1 minus y whole square. Is 4. So mathematically 1 plus 2y upon 1 minus y is plus minus 2. Minus sign will not make much sense. But yeah, we always keep as a habit and to be mathematically correct. So this is the result. 1 plus 2y is 2 minus 2y. कितना आता है? 4y is 1, y comes 1 by 4. कितने आ रहा है? Take the minus sign. 1
Yes,
plus 2y
sir.
upon 1 minus y. कितने आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
ये आएगा आपका minus 2 plus 2y. So